Hey, everyone. Alex Sabatelli Rager here. Welcome to this call. I'm very excited about this again tonight. This is my second time doing this. Very excited about it. We are talking about X39, the product and the movement tonight. We're going to explore the power of the patch, brand partnership, and we're going to cover a few things today, quite a few things, and I'm going to try to do this in 30. So we're going to talk about what X39 patch does for your body, the cutting edge technology itself, the founder, touch on the science and the patents, LifeWave, the company, and of course the industry that we are playing in, and the brand partner plan that we have and some of the possibilities, just touching in on that a bit as well. And of course, the perfect start for you. We all come in at different levels. We all come in for different reasons. So we want to make sure that that is tailored and we give you kind of, some ideas for that for you to get started. So again, my name is Alex Sabatelli Rager. And I just want to have a quick disclaimer here that this is for educational and invitational purposes only. And we are not here or intending to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent anything. Just enhance the quality of your experience. And again, I want to thank you for showing up here, bringing your happy energy. And even if you're on the replay, you're here too. Thank you. So, all right, a couple quick things. Actually, first, let me go ahead and share screen. I just wanted to say hello, and then I will change that back up in a bit. There we go. We are now sharing, and I've already talked about these two slides here. We have a weekly schedule. I'm going to be doing this every Monday and Wednesday, so I'll be back again in a couple of days. So if you enjoy this today, of course, don't hesitate to do the replay from YouTube, but of course, being live and having your energy in here and being part of that is always something to build into. And we are also hopefully considering bringing in some testimony, some live people to share some of what's happening for them. So that's something that we are talking about doing as well with these new presentations. So go ahead and take a screenshot of that weekly schedule if you want to. I will share it again at the end. And then also, of course, here's some QR codes for our quantum field team and for these other sites that I will be talking about. And so no need to stay here for very long. I want to go ahead and dive right into some of the content here because optimum health is yours, man. Wellness can be yours. And this is such an amazing approach and a way to improve the way that your body fosters the flow of energy in your body for improvements and, of course, strength and stamina. And when I say beyond, I mean beyond. It's incredible what can happen in the body. And I want to just talk about a couple of concepts very briefly beforehand so that we can really get on the same page here. And I said this in the last call, and I think I'm going to continue to because it really is important. And I think it's important for us to understand as a tech company that in all reality, we are working with science on one side and really, quite frankly, in a sense, almost the nonlinear spirituality in another sense. And that's something that Onyx has always said about our founder, David Schmidt, that he's got one foot in both worlds. And in reality, that means we're part linear, this causes that, and then we're part nonlinear, where just changing the environment or the epigenetics of an organism or the environment around someone can completely change the way that that expresses. And that's nonlinear. And we'll see this in both the product and also in the business. And so I just love that concept because we really are moving into that unity and into being able to change the chemistry with chemistry is not the way it is anymore. We're changing chemistry with light and with sound and these technologies that are so incredible and so exciting. And that's what we have in hand right now. So looking at our product, let's go to this next slide here. Oops, I'm looking at the wrong screen, pardon me. Have you been patched yet? Have you experienced this yet? Did somebody bring you here just to check it out and learn about it? We will be diving into it. But let me give you a concept or two beyond just what I was sharing, because we're talking specifically here about the cells. Okay, so we have some really, really amazing different types of cells in the body. We have these universal cells or pluripotent cells that can become anything in the body. I'm going to call those universal cells. And they are rich in growth factors and signaling, and they do all kinds of really cool stuff because they actually can go from being anything to differentiating into the tissues, the bones, the structures, and all these different other types of cells in the body that are considered differentiated cells. two different types of cells. So these universal cells are very coveted because they repair, they rebuild, they regenerate, and they can shift into whatever we need according to our epigenetics, into what our body is asking for. So those are the types of cells that we are playing around with here. But so much more than that, we're also talking about the voltage of the body, the energy of the body, and that affects so much more than just activating these cells. It activates all kinds of different things in a very nonlinear way. So it's exciting, and I'm going to get through quite a bit of this. But I want to, again, talk just briefly about these universal cells, because in a sense, when you look at the industry in a moment, you're going to see that these different cells, these specific ones, are very commonly, most oftenly, extracted from bones, from bone marrow. They're extracted from placental tissue, from umbilical cord, from your own blood in the form of PRP or platelet-rich plasma. They are trying to mine as many of these universal cells and growth factors and then put them back in the body to change the environment in the area that they are usually injected in order to rebuild, repair, regenerate. And that can work and that cannot work. And it's a highly, highly regulated industry, but it's still huge. Now, that's what we're talking about here, but we're also, again, talking about the overall energy and activating that energy with a simple little patch. So pretty exciting stuff. Wanted to get that little foundation in there for you. And have you been patched yet? To elevate, activate, and regenerate your body, because that's what we are looking to do. So why would you consider this X39 activation patch? The fewer universal cells that you have, these special cells, the faster you age and the slower you heal. And we see this, right? Hundreds of millions of people are experiencing symptoms of aging, which is a symptom because aging shouldn't be happening the way it does. We need more frequency, we need more light, we need more energy in order to slow this down. And by age 30, only half of these special universal cells are even active. And by the time we're 60, we lose almost all of them. And you see this in that lack of healing, the slackness of the skin, the graying of the hair, the dis-ease in the body, the lack of healing, regeneration, and repair, pains and aches and all the things, right? So that is why you would consider this activation patch, because it does stuff. It works. It's amazing. So let me tell you how this activation patch works. It's made of, or let me show you what it looks like in case you haven't been patched yet. I'm going to put that real close in there. It's like a little Band-Aid. You just have to peel this adhesive. I'll show you where to put it later, but it's basically just made of nanocrystals. This is a biotechnology. This little patch is made of nanocrystals. It is so cutting edge. It's formulated to activate a specific tripeptide in the body. It's called GHK. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then that binds with copper in the body, and that creates GHK copper peptides. Holy grail of anti-aging. And can we say also some reversing of aging, which results and what this does is these two things that I get so excited. The GHK, when the GHK goes up, resets thousands of your genes, right? We're talking 3,000 to 4,000. That's a third of your genome to a younger, healthier state. And that includes these universal cells. Reactivates your own universal cells so that they can get around the body and start doing their thing. But it also does other stuff too. So I will touch on that as well. So the LifeWave X39 patch is clinically proven to provide the body with a level of health and vitality that you have not experienced since you were young. And that is absolutely the truth. And I think that in and of itself is worth putting a patch on. Again, these universal cells, this is the very first patch, this patented patch that is designed to elevate this copper peptide in your body that has so many benefits, and those are really stunning. So I'm going to talk about some of the benefits right now, and then we'll talk a little bit more about how this patch is working and how to wear it, and then we'll talk a little bit more about the company and some of the science too. So the immediate effect when people start using the X39, when they put this on, they have an elevation of antioxidants in the body and a decrease in inflammation. Okay, do we hear that out loud? I'm going to say it again. Increase of antioxidants with a phototherapy patch and a decrease in inflammation. That in and of itself is huge. Now, some people feel this right away also. They actually light up within minutes. Most people don't necessarily, so I don't say to expect that for sure. But remember, what everybody's body and environment, not only in the mind, but also in the body itself, is completely different. And how how things are showing up in your body is entirely unique to you. And the intelligence of your body, when it has this increased energy and more of these cells, circulating around the body, the intelligence is going to go to work where it needs to go to work first. While these things are happening, you might feel it right away. You might feel it in, pain relief immediately. It might take 30 days. It might take 60 days for that knee pain to go away. Who knows? But we know that it's working in the body. We have all kinds of things to help track how that's working in your body. And it's just so exciting to watch each person's journey, because it's so different and unique, because it was so different and unique to how they got where they were or where they are now. So very, very exciting to watch and to experience. Here's 9 different things that you can expect. More energy, using this daily increase in cellular energy. Again, this is bringing your entire frequency up. This changes everything in your life, not just the one pain or ache that you might have, or some of these other dramatic results that you'll see. This can change your relationships. This does something with the brain, with the autonomic nervous system, and brings your nervous system into balance, which means you are less reactive to stressors in your body. That can change your entire relationship. Like, what's the value of that? That's huge, right? So many things it does. Better sleep. That was one of the things that I felt. Most people report this deeper and longer. This is all based on our science, by the way. None of this is just hearsay. This is science. And I'll show you where to find all that science afterwards. Again, I talked about dramatic pain relief. And this is also something that can be very, very often experienced, even in just minutes. But again, if you don't feel it in minutes, it might be working on your pancreas or something else. Don't give up. Give it a good 90 days before you even judge anything around pain, because that's a big one. Wrinkle reduction. Oh, yes. Once you pass 50, I don't know. That's when I kind of started going, yeah, I like the wrinkle reduction. Sports performance, again, getting in the gym. Not only are you performing better, but you're also recovering better. Scar reduction. So even old scars, but newer scars, wound healing, I think I have wound healing on the next one. Activating the cells in the body, these universal cells really, really can make such a difference. It looks like I need to change a couple of these slides. I apologize. Wound healing, youth renewal, age reversal. We actually produce more of these cells the longer that we take it. Here's the coolest thing. So you only have so many of these cells, circulating in your body on any given day. Again, diminished so much. But then once you start, circulating and activating the ones that we have, the body, after some time, can actually go to differentiated cells, like your skin cells specifically, and revert them back into more of these pluripotent universal cells, which means you can actually produce more of these yourself rather than going somewhere out of the country to extract them and do that whole thing. You can actually produce so much of your own as needed. This is not artificial. So it's a whole different experience than going and just guessing that I need this much, this kind, and I need it here. This is your body's intelligence working on its own ability to heal. And you can see in these images here, even just the healing on these long-standing issues, and some of the hair regrowth and things that can happen when you have this regeneration happening is really stunning. It's quite amazing. I actually had that hair growth at 3 weeks. I saw all this whole new halo of hair coming in, and it continued. I actually have pictures of it. I'll have to add it to my slideshow. I didn't expect it. I didn't have any lack of hair that I knew of. So to have that whole new hair was just incredible. I thought I was, had it all dialed in pretty good, man. So that is a really exciting piece. But again, I think the nervous system is something that you don't see here, but we have brain studies that brings more coherence to the brain. We have so many amazing testimonies that we just have to be careful in sharing those. But so long as it's coming straight from the person's mouth, man, I tell you what, the testimonies are really, really incredible. So again, I'm excited to be able to maybe bring some of those to you in the future. That's going to be really great. So moving along here, because I do want to make this not quite as long as last time. We're trying to keep this down for you guys. There's so much to look at, and I will show you where to find it all. But the truth is you really can have all of these benefits and so much more, because we are able to elevate that peptide, GHK and GHK copper peptides. You can write those down and take them to the bank. I'll tell you what, it is really, really incredible what these things can do. And they do affect your innate ability for healing in a completely non-invasive, safe, and cost-effective way. These patches are, like I said, made of nanocrystals. They're not putting anything in the body. They're non-transdermal. So they actually are I'll show you how they work in just a second, but they're not, it literally sits on the top of your skin and interacts with your body heat, with the infrared of, or the, I think it's an infrared spectrum of the body, and it reflects back a specific signal. Just like when you go outside and you're in the sun, you get a specific signaling that happens that tells your body to produce vitamin D. Well, you don't really necessarily know what's going to happen in the body without vitamin D until you're lacking it for a long time. And then you can certainly see what happens. And maybe you'll go out in the sun one day and just feel so much better instantly. But over time, your body's going to begin to start healing and re-regulating with that vitamin D from the sun. Well, this patch is not much different, except it's producing a tripeptide that we can't produce without these specific ingredients. And it's not something where we can just eat. And this is doing the trick. This is doing the trick. So cool. Let me show you how to wear it. So basically, you want to wear it just like the sun. You put it on for 12 hours, and then you take it off for 12 hours. You give yourself a break, just like the sun going up and the sun going down. So I say piggyback it on a habit that you already have, such as brushing your teeth. Leave it there next to that, or maybe next to your coffee maker or something that you see twice a day is probably best. Put it on in the morning, take it off at night. Now, that being said, some people will put it on and they'll actually get sleepy. Their body wants to go straight into repair. I just say, that's fine, take it off and wear it at night instead. And once you adjust, a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks, you might start finding that you're getting more energized again, and your body's kind of come over the hump of starting its kind of, overdrive healing. And then you can wear it back during the day again. But really, it is truly up to you. It's very flexible. And in fact, if it's really doing a doozy of work on you, you can even just wear it for a few hours and titrate yourself to the right, full 12 hours once it's, so it's a comfortable transition. That doesn't happen very often either, but just know that that can be done. So you discard the patch after you wear it and then repeat the next day and put a new one on. And of course, you can wear more than one at a time if you want. I told the story last time I heard about this doctor who put an entire package of 30 patches, a whole month's supply on the whole body as a treatment in his office, which, still it costs, maybe a tenth of what one of those, shots would have cost. And then they went home and started wearing it every day. Like, I don't, do what you will. If you want to do that, certainly you can give it a shot. I'd love to hear what happens, but no, it's not necessary, but you can wear more than one if you want to get a little jump start. But it is key to drink lots and lots of water, because you want to be able to flush out, as your body's repairing, there's going to be wastes and metabolites that need to come out of the body. And so lots of water is going to be important. If you have a detox program you like to do, I highly would recommend that. That would just be a really great thing. That's just me as a nutrition person saying, that's a good thing to do. So how does this thing work? I told you a little bit. Oops, let me go back. Pardon me. Your body emits heat. This is how this works. And that, I kind of already told you about this. I did think, I wasn't sure if I kept the slide or not. The patches are designed to just return it back, causing this specific frequency that makes this really cool tripeptide, GHK and GHK copper peptides. And all of this up leveling that happens is just, it's just incredible how that shows up. It's absolutely incredible. And this is called phototherapy. It's a form of photobiomodulation, light, changing the body with light. It's modulating your biochemistry with light. How cool. Doesn't put anything into the body except for that. So the science of phototherapy has been around, the science of it, for about 100 years, but it's been used for probably thousands and thousands and thousands. The ancient Greeks used to use specific colors of light through glass to do specific treatments. It's just another form of wave therapy, right? We've got sound, we've got light, we've got frequencies. All of this is in elevating the frequency of the body so that it can begin to heal itself and clear out the distortions and so on. And that's what this patch is so activating with. And I just absolutely love it for that. Now, in terms of all that science, I want you to go to this website. So it's called startx39.com. If you haven't seen it yet or taken a picture, I'm sure you have, but make sure you have this. This is where you're going to find links to the science for GHK copper peptides, what they do. You can look up all kinds of things of what GHK copper peptides do. I'm a science geek, so that's why I get so excited about that. But you're also going to see so some short videos of how this works and all kinds of education in here in every form that you might need it. And it's also really a nice user-friendly site too, because it doesn't have any other brand partners on there. It's just built for our team actually in order to keep the focus on this amazing product. Of course, we have other patches. This is the one and only one that I lead with and that I use day in and day out. It's the one I'll never get rid of. So we don't even put the other stuff on there just to keep things simple and not make people have confused about what to use. This thing covers it all. So I would highly recommend you go to this site and share this site as you start thinking about other people, because you will, once you start learning more and more about this, it's going to be really hard to keep it to yourself. It really for sure is. So let's do a little shift now into a little bit about our founder and our CEO and inventor, who is David Schmidt. This man is just absolutely brilliant. I've been blessed to meet him a few times and work with him and interview him. And he's just such an incredible scientist. And again, has one foot in the linear and one in the nonlinear world. So the way he sees things, I just so resonate with it. I really geek out talking with him. He has over 130 patents at this point. I mean, 130 patents. He's a little patent crazy. I don't know that even the process to get one, but that's a lot. He's got so much science on these products. This particular one, I mean, it's just the clinical studies are just through the roof. And so I definitely, again, go through that. He's a 2-time recipient of Advanced Technology Award from the International Hall of Fame. And I'm telling you, this man, he's an inventor. He's a tech guy. He's just absolutely brilliant, but he cares so much about longevity and health and age reversal. And he's just right on that cutting edge. He's just, I'm so proud to have him at the helm of this whole thing. I say proud as if I have some reason like it's my fault in some way. I'm proud to represent, I should say. That's a better way to put it. So let's talk about the company growth. Okay, the company's just at 20 years, or just about at 20 years old at this point. So longevity, right? That's hugely important. How many companies go out of business in 5 years? Like the vast majority do. So we have a proven track record, but when this product came to market, the whole thing just went skyrocketing because it works so well. It's so amazing. So we went from 20 million to 320 million in just the last 3 years. And in fact, this summer, we had a 30% growth in the entire worldwide in the company this summer within 1 month period. 1 month. That's insane. It's just absolutely insane. So we are poised for this growth. We manufacture everything in-house. The nanocrystals and everything that's inside this patch is in-house. We have 2 manufacturing plants. We have one in, or distribution at least. I'm not sure if there's more than that for manufacturing, but I believe it's manufacturing and distribution. One in Galway, Ireland, and one in San Diego, California. Open in over 75 countries at this point. So worldwide business. So very exciting time. And of course, the industry itself is pretty incredible as well. I told you it was a patented technology. And that's another thing I love about this. We are protected the next 17 years. It was a 20-year patent on this product. So 17 more years, nobody can touch it or make one like it. And do you know what else I love about it? You don't plug it in the wall. There's so many new gadgets and things that are putting out this frequency and that frequency and stuff. I don't know what they're actually doing or if they're putting out what my body needs. I just know that when I have a peptide that I'm supposed to have, that I normally have, that my body has the intelligence to do what it needs to do to raise its frequency. And that's, to me, a safe and efficacious, if that's the word, way to do something like this and not just plug myself into the wall with who knows what frequencies. I think they sound really cool, but like, how simple can this be? And affordable, super affordable. And again, I've been in other companies as well, and I've done, weight loss, which, I think that weight loss and detox, these things are really important, but people don't want to change their lifestyle. And not only that, I've tried this, they have their opinions about other products already because of what they've done there in the past. And so to have something that's so unique, so cutting edge, so proven, so fast, so effective, and completely non-transdermal, so it's not putting any chemistry, it's totally natural, it's mind-blowing to me, mind-blowing. So we're not, while it's touching on health and can help also even with some people with weight loss, I don't have study on that, so don't quote me on that, but I've seen it. It does so much for the skin. Yes, there's skincare, but this can also help with that. Hair care, right? Again, it does so many things naturally that your body knows how to do. But the main point of this slide is just to say it is not a Me Too product. We're not competing with anyone. anyone. And that is brilliance if you're considering this opportunity. The potential of this biologics industry, again, growth factors, all of these different specific types of cells that are really there to rebuild, regenerate, and repair the body, and up-level the whole body, right? And set an environment in the body, again, with more voltage, more life and energy, which just shows up in so many other ways besides just these three, being in repairing and rebuilding. That industry is huge with just the cells. This is covering that and then some. So they're very, very popular therapies. Unfortunately, again, very regulated, very, very expensive, and hard to do legally here in the States. People are realizing the importance of healthy, universal, and specialized cells because they're not generating them themselves, and they're harvesting their own and trying to save it. And it's an industry. It's exploding. So from 20 million to an expected 30 billion, it's actually exploding. So definitely a good time to make a move. So I want to say now, right? Time is now to make a move. So I want to transition a little bit into this brand partner opportunity and just talk about the possibilities here, because the possibilities truly are endless. And I mean that. I mean, we bring to it what we bring to it. So a little bit or a lot of it is so completely valuable. And the main thing is why, right? What would this do for you when you think of possibilities? For me personally, it gives me a sense of meaning. It gives me an opportunity to serve others. I have a very, very strong drive to help others reach their potential. It's kind of what I'm made of. And so when I find a technology like this that can do that, like that drives me so much, right? But yeah, I need some money, I wanted to continue working from home and have something that would, in the beginning, just pay for my product, and down the road, replace my income and then tenfold. That's the whole idea of this. And let me just share very briefly, I was meant to share this on the last call. When 2020 hit me in my life, didn't hit me, I sound like a victim. When 2020 happened, so did my life. My life really took a side turn, and I made some decisions that took me out of building. I actually built this business all in, full bore, for about, 3 months. I want to say about 3 months. And then I stepped out and I actually started a B2B with a friend and built that, and just kind of did a little bit because of just whatever was happening. And there's a lot happening in my life. And this business, that 3 months paid me for 3 years, 2.5 years, until I got reengaged. The whole time, I've never seen an opportunity that actually, and I've done, like I said, a couple of these that I built to the top, right? That continue to pay me without my attention the way that this did. I'm not proud of the fact that I stepped aside. That's probably one of my greatest regrets, because I would definitely be in a different place. However, it doesn't matter. It's still here and it's still growing, and the trajectory is higher and faster than it's ever been. So it's never too late. Now is the time. So what would it be for you? Service to others, to me, is abundance. And when you come from that service to others mindset, you cannot lose. You absolutely cannot lose, because people will you will attract what you are, and you will get what you're putting out there, right? Whatever you put out in the waves are going to come back. So when we're talking all this frequency, that is the absolute truth. And so while you might have all kinds of wonderful goals for yourself that can keep you home, that can, take away that third job, that could replace your income altogether, that could give you a sense of community or meaning or purpose or what have you, all of these things will happen as all those things for you are important and valid and incredible, right? Look at some of the things on this screen. They're all important. And if your come from is, I want to help others, there's a bigger problem out there that I can help to solve. And when you're listening while you're talking to people, and sorry, I'm going into a little training here, but you're listening and you're talking to people for what are their loudest concerns and pains in their life? Is it financial? Is it their health? Is it, is it their relationship? There's definitely something for everyone in this opportunity. And again, a little bit or a lot of it doesn't matter to us. We're here to help you and meet you wherever you come in and for whatever reasons. But knowing that your service to others is the way people will receive you, and they will hear the message better when you consider that. And that's where all the abundance lies, in service to others. So, and it's endless. It is absolutely endless. So taking a look at some of these for inspiration, I want to invite you to build331.com. This is our team site. We have an incredible team every step by step, everything you could need is on this website. There's a resource library with trainings that go deeper into these last 3 slides I'm going to just touch on about our compensation for our brand partners. It's absolutely incredible. And getting connected, everything you need is here, build331.com. And that will continue to grow and get better as we grow and get better. But my goodness, it's really, really built beautifully by our leadership team. So let's talk briefly about the compensation plan. Getting started is as easy as knowing 4 people and helping them get to manager. This is the coolest thing about this compensation plan. And I was talking linear and nonlinear before. We get paid 3 different ways: in a linear way, in a leveraged way, and in a way that can build a legacy. I stole that straight from one of our reps. I love that. It's just absolutely so true. And the linear way is by helping people to get started and getting rewarded for that, whether if they buy as the full sleeve for the full price as a customer, then you just get paid the retail profit, just like a store. That's what a brand partner does. They're just being the storefront. If they join in with a wholesale account, then you also get, according to the kit that they order, you're compensated again as a storefront by helping them get started as a wholesale user. That's a linear pay. I do this, I get paid for it. And that's kind of just pretty typical transaction, right? Now, when you do this, you bring 2 people in on we have 2 teams. We bring 2 on each side and we help them get going. This is what begins a structure of, no, not a pyramid. No, this is actually where we help those people to succeed and then we can succeed. So what happens is as we help them to grow, we earn what are called team commissions or cycle bonuses, because everything that they do generates some points. And we got a bucket on one side and a bucket on the other side that the points go into. And when it reaches a certain ratio, it kicks out a little commission for you. And the more that they do well, the more you help them do well, the more those commissions can grow. And they max out at $25,000 a week. Oh my God, that's $100,000 per month. That just this portion, this has nothing to do with the linear part. This is just the legacy part. I'm sorry, the leveraged part, right? That's incredible, absolutely incredible. Now that's the highest end, right? Not everybody does that, but it's possible. I want you to know it's possible as a brand partner. So you plus 2 on each side. That's going to give you the structure of manager, and those 2 are active silvers. Okay, and you'll see what that is in a second. And we just repeat that, repeat. That is like the little stamp of this is what we all do. We go to manager and we stay manager. We help them go to manager. We help them go to manager. We help them go to manager. And we move right up the marketing plan. Very simple, not always easy again, but very simple. Service to others, help your team get what they want and you will get what you want. There's no free rides, right? But we do have a shared leg that we do work with our team. So the cooperation is all there and we all support each other. It's fabulous. It's absolutely the best marketing plan. Now, here's the legacy money. This is where, so that $25,000 a week that you can earn, well, as you have team that are starting to earn that and you're earning that, when your team is earning those bonuses as well, you get paid 25% on that first level of team, those people you directly brought in and helped them start making those bonuses. If you have the simple qualification here, you actually make you make 25% of their bonuses. What? So again, helping them be successful, that it unlocks a 25% bonus for you. And then their team, the ones that they bring in with a little bit more qualification, you can earn, that's the next, what's called generation, another 20% on their commissions that they're earning. So, and then another level after that with some qualification. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. You can learn more about this on Build 331 and these different structures or qualifications, but this is the unlimited. It takes a while to really unlock this fully, but man, when you do, this is the legacy money that will just blow your mind, So it's worth doing, right? And don't quit, don't stop like I did. 100%. All right, here's the order form. Here's some ways that you can get started. Again, if you're just here learning about the product, thank you for listening about this brand opportunity, because there is no time like the present, not only again for the industry and the product and all of these things and our own health and getting it for a better price and all that, but look at the world right now. What if there's another lockdown? Wouldn't you love to have something you can do from home that really actually makes a difference for people in every aspect, in every way, totally elevating their health and their wealth? And even just, again, that little bit so that everyone can afford this, because we all know a few people. We all know a few people who can benefit like we do, and they know people and they know people. That's what brand partnership is. We're just doing it instead of the store. It's fantastic. So one sleeve is just a preferred, not just, is a preferred customer at $149.99, a great price, or 95, excuse me. Great price for a treatment, the treatment for something like this, for a technology like this. Now, the starter package that I recommend is to get, instead of one for, basically $150, you can get three for $299. So, three for the price of two. That's a really wonderful way to start. You've got enough for you and a spouse, and going on auto ship after that, you've got enough for 6 weeks for you and a spouse or a friend or a partner. And then your auto ship kicks in, and then it's basically 2 months supply with your first starter kit, and then your auto ship. We'll talk about auto ship in just a moment. It's a great starter pack and a really good way to commit. And if it's just you, I don't mean just you. I mean, that's a 3-month supply. That's 90 days. It takes that long to turn over all your cells in the body. Give it a good 30, a good 90 days, and you're going to give it the kind of try that you want to give it. Plus, you'll have some extra patches on hand in case you want to start sampling or sharing. I share with a little envelope that looks like this. It has all the education and where to go and all that. And I just tell my customers or my new wholesale buyers to just put a couple patches in there and sample it to their friend. And let me know, and I'll follow up on their behalf until they decide, or if they decide then if they want to start doing this with me, then the Serious Business Builder is an amazing option for that. That's what I ended up doing. Once I saw the science, I knew I was healthy. I wasn't even expecting any changes. I just went all in. I thought, all right, I know enough people that if I do this, I can make my money back and then some, and I'll have enough to sample. I'll have enough extra sleeves. I can even retail a few if I needed to. And for when you do go to that Serious Business Builder, as they call it, to that diamond pack, not only do you get a bunch of sleeves for the lowest price possible, which averages about $84 a sleeve, but you also, I was just looking at the wrong thing, but you also are paid at our highest commission level in terms of being able to make your money back. It only takes 5 people doing what you do at that level to get to earn your entire pack back for free. So I decided, and you have 14 weeks to do that, 14. So you can either come in and upgrade to that, don't spend more than you can afford. You can either upgrade to it, or you can go in just with that as it is and go to town and have plenty of product to do that sampling, have fun with it while especially when you're super excited in the beginning. And people typically will do what you do. So, whatever's most comfortable for you. And then to wrap up here, we're just going to talk about this importance of being on a monthly subscription. Again, all of the details of these things are in the Build 331 site. I don't want to blow your hair back too much here, but just to know that to be on a subscription is what's going to keep you from, keep you collecting those points in the buckets, which is basically going to help you to cycle and to get those bonuses. Even if you're not even sure in the beginning if you're going to do the business or not, there are people that will be coming in because it's blossoming and growing so much that you're going to want to have those points there. Because once you do decide to promote, then we would put you on that second level there, the 2-sleeve subscription, and make sure you're at the gold level or above. And at that point, you can really, you can start to max out on the comp plan and you can promote. So it's either one a month or 2 a month, or we have some really cool packs too that you can order, and they kind of space out those points for you and keep you qualified so you don't lose points. So you're qualifying so you don't dump out the buckets. That's what we're doing. All right, so that's some of that on the comp plan. And again, I'm inviting you to take a screenshot of this page right here and check out these different sites to learn more about the product, to learn more about our team, the business. And definitely you want to come to the team call on Saturday morning. We just got back from convention. There's going to be, I'm sure, all kinds of highlights that are shared. And you want to join our Facebook group as well if you are on this team or planning on coming onto this team, because there's things that are getting posted there and celebrations and promotions and fun stuff. So I'm really excited that I did this in less time than last time. I'm going to stop share and just say goodbye. And thank you so much for being here and bringing your energy. And again, I'm so happy to serve and do this for you guys on Mondays and Wednesdays. They're all going to have a slightly different flavor and flair, I'm sure, to them. But I really hope you got all your questions answered for now, and you know where to go to get the rest of them answered. And I will see you again on Wednesday.